know the scheme that was there for PRSI exemption and the revenue tax assist. We looked at this at the Cabinet Subcommittee and took quite a number of views about it. So what's going to happen here is that there will be, in respect of taking people off the unemployment list, be a direct grant given to the employer, and in respect of recruits employed for more than 12 but less than 24 months, that grant will be 7,500. In respect of recruits unemployed for more than 24 months, it will be 10,000. We'll operate as a simpler, more effective, more incentivised scheme, particularly focused on those who are out of work for over 12 months and emphasising those who are out of work for 24 months. You don't want them in a rush where it's very difficult to have the motivation to get out of that. So it's a scheme that's designed to be more simple, more effective, more direct for the employer, with an emphasis on taking on people who have qualifications, who have competence, but they've been out for 12 or up to 24 months. Maybe you want to talk about the scale of it, Richard?
I mean, well, first of all, I want to say, that this is not any indication that the decision to increase the minimum wage was wrong. The decision to increase the minimum wage was the correct one. It was, we do not want to, to reduce payment levels at the lowest levels. What this scheme is about is identifying people who are 12 months out of work. The chances of such a person to getting employment is about 8 to 1 against, if you're in bookie terms. Very unlikely that a person who's long-term unemployed will get a job. What this is about is giving the chance to those people to get into the workforce. From the state's point of view, it's taking people who otherwise face a prospect of remaining on the live register for a very long period, damaging their prospects as well as being a long-term obligation of the state, bringing them into employment opportunities. And it's there were schemes there before, the PRSI and the Revenue Job Assist, but they were too cumbersome, too many difficult conditions in them. And this is about giving an accessible tool where an employer who's willing to take someone on will get a subsidy that will be paid at the end of the following month. That's the sort of immediacy. It's now that we have employers considering a market that is showing signs of recovery. We want to give them a tool that they can bring into the fold, if you like, people who have been pushed into the margins. That's what this is about. It's not in any way about the wage policy.
How much will it cost?
Well, it's a subsidy of roughly 1 in 4. So it's a subsidy, obviously, depending at lower wage levels, it's a better subvention. We want to see the take-up strong. The other schemes, had very low take-up, and we have, we believe that this will have considerably higher take-up, and that it's the opportunity to put it into the hands of employers, and to small employers in particular, as John Perry would be familiar with, something that they can easily understand. They don't have to be in profit to benefit of it. They don't have to wait 2 years to see the cash back. They don't have to commit that the job is going to last, for 2 years or whatever. It's a much more accessible scheme. That's the concept.
David.